Hello everyone, this is Chaitanya Kumar from second year Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, and I am here with again a new episode of Interview Experience by Metallurgy. Today I beside have a special guest, Kumar Sourav sir, who got recently placed in a topmost consulting and analytics company, Incedo. So today we are here again to listen your successful story, sir. Sir, firstly, congratulations for your massive achievement to getting placed in such a huge company is really a great achievement, sir. Congratulations, sir.
And thank you, Chaitanya.
Sir, to begin with, the first question is like, sir, can you please tell about the if company got placed in the work role and your job nature in the company, sir?
I got placed in Incedo. It came in September month of the placement. It was a very. It is a company. It is a US based company, which provides a technological solutions for business purposes. Like if someone wants their business to go online, this company will help that client to get to achieve that goal, to digitalize it basically. It also gives us various technological products such as Incedo Lighthouse, Incedo Pay, which is used by major company, even a company we work with a Fortunate 500 company also. Our financial services is also used by topmost companies like Citibank, Citi, and PNZ are some of the firms. So, in all, it is a very good company. And about my work, I got a role of SDE. So it was both of intern plus FTE offer. Its compensation was 6.92 LPA, and I think that's all.
Okay, sir. Sir, now, sir, as you got placed, sir, how was the entire selection process carried? And what are the qualities that the company is looking in students to hire them?
First of all, I will talk about the process. What are the process? So the company came in September, and it started basically the first is the aptitude round, which is
Mm.
common for all the students. And when you pass the aptitude round, in aptitude round there are both questions from basic aptitude problem solving, as well as one round of coding, in which you have to correct some pseudo codes, and make corrections in code, or some simple codes like sorting, binary sort, quick sort. You have to write some codes, and the specific stuff in this coding, that if you choose a language you cannot change that. So many people got stuck there because they may accidentally choose C++, but they know Java, so they cannot
Mm.
change. So many people have got wrong remark in that. I got lucky there. I had chosen first. And second, after coming to the aptitude round, there are two technical interviews, which is most basic for all the company. So in first technical interview, it is a pure technical interview. Means you have first, he tell me to introduce myself. I introduced. I talked about my project. Then he came back to my projects. So I have done simple 2 3 projects, which I said to him, explained it properly. Then he talks about OOPS concept. What are the OOPS concept? Basic programming skills, and
Mm.
some pseudo codes also. Then he gave me a question on to write the code. So along that, I stumble somewhere also in explaining the code, but I got through the round. After that, the final round is come. It is both technical as well as HR. So I do not get much as a technical round in final round, because the HR who is taking my round was not too much sound in technical knowledge. She was
Okay.
basically in the role of design. So I have searched earlier. So I do not mostly prepare for the technical issue. So that's a presence of mind I have put forward. So
That's a really smart presentation, sir.
okay. So whatever she asked, I moved somehow. It was all HR question, very small basic questions in technical stuff, like what is sorting. She asked me, and she asked me what do you see yourself in next 5 years, next long term goals, short term goals. What are your short term goals? She asked me about how do you use the COVID situation. So I replied very properly that I started doing coding and got better in it. Now I am sitting with you giving the interview. So she got impressed. Then the whole interview came on the family. So look, like she asked me about, tell me more about other than coding, other than study. What did you do in COVID? So I told, I try to wind up the whole session in different way, because I was in charge now. She did not have
Mhm.
more technical aspect to say. So I am in charge. I can move the interview where I want. So in that scenario, I choose that I will tell about my family. I started telling about family. So the tell I tell her that I have a big family, and give him approximate number. It is almost 100 member. So she got amused. How
Okay.
she got assumed, and she started asking me, how are you such a big family? So I would say that it is like a community here, so that we just live here together, we our grandfathers and their sons. So I explained them. So after asking that, she said, "What else you have done in the course?" So I said that I had done a program. I had done a program which is Greek Pravesh. I explained that I asked all of the members come to the party, which we organized in the lockdown. So after that, she got satisfied at least. I think the interviewer was very happy because of my communication skills, not because of anything else. She started laughing. She started interacting with me in a uh, very casual
Positive.
way. Casual way. So it was a soothing experience. So that's all about the whole interview and procedure which I had gone through.
It was really a great interview, sir. It was really great. Sir, coming to the next question. Sir, as being a metallurgist, we are supposed to study the 2 or 3 years of the core field. Sir, is it difficult or easier to convert suddenly to a non-core side, sir?
Well, as I said, programming is not new to me. Well, I have experience of Java and SQL from before, from the my class 12th. I got an extra subject of IP, which involves uses of Java and SQL. So I got my base covered. And after that, if you ask me about what happens when you come to college, the professors barge you with syllabus, you have to do attendance and stuff. I will say, if you want to do something and if you decide early, so go for it. Don't think that you will not get job. There are plenty much of jobs, so you do not have to worry. You are in a college called NIT, so job opportunity does not end for you. So I will suggest everyone, if you are interested in coding, start doing it now. There is no time to waste now, because as now, if you are in third year, you have to do, if you start coding, you have to start with a language, then stuff called data and structure, then stuff called
Mhm.
problem solving. They all came together. And even with this, you have to do some projects also to talk about in the interview, because the interviewer needs to talk. He If he do not get that you do not have any project. He start asking question from data structure. I also gave an interview in abstracts in which I did not had any projects that got wrong, which give me experience that I have to do some project. So if someone is just thinking about not doing any project, I will suggest that start from now. If you do not just learn the language and start with the project, it is not necessary that you should have a whole data structure thing completed. Then after you start the project, no,
Mm,
no. If you are going through, start with simultaneously. You start projects. It will take some time. It will take some research. So I will say that if you are thinking about taking computers, taking software engineer as your career, so start working.
okay, sir. Sir, now coming to the next question, sir. Many students wonder about their CGPA. Does CGPA really matter in campus placement, sir? And what
No, no, no. I
CGPA?
don't think. I don't think a CGPA must master. There is a minimal criteria of 6.5 CGPA, which almost most of the company allow, and seven. I think is on 7 CGPA. All the company allows you. So if you are 7, which is fairly easy in COVID situation, it became more easier. So you can think that you have do not to make any effort on CGPA. Okay, you do not have to take tension about classes. These are fake things. I have done it. I asked Prabhat that how much I study for core. Since first 2 year, I have attended every single class. Then I got mindset that no, core. I have not an interest in core field. So I want to pursue career in IT sector. So I start doing stuff. So in the final, I will say that CGPA is only important to cross a certain threshold, like 7 CGPA best. No need to work as hard. Instead of working hard in core to make build up your CGPA, you work hard in your problem solving skills, programming, which really help you. Even if you do not get placement in the campus placement, you can have many opportunity outside the campus placement, and it is way better, or as compared better than our campus placements also. So don't, you do not need to worry, because if you have made any friends in first or second in 4 year, you have a ample amount of people who can refer you to the jobs if you have the skill. So you do not have to worry about CGPA throughout.
Okay, sir. Sir, I can now feel that we should not take stress on the CGPA. While all it matters is aptitude and the problem solving skills. Is it, sir?
Yeah. You need to have skill to apply for a job, because there are many people who think that I can apply and it got in it by luck. But luck is a very tricky thing. Sometimes it works, and majority times it does not work. So leaning on the luck is, I think, I will say, a bad thing. If you really interested in coding, start doing.
Sir, okay, sir. Sir, now the next question is on the internship, sir. Sir, do internships really matter for the company we hire? Because without the internship, will it be easier for the student to gain some sort of experience in these fields?
Well, as you ask about internship, I was in the same dilemma that what if I do not have internships? Till now, I do not have an internship. You can see me, I am pledged. Okay, so I will say that internship do not much matter hard if you are pursuing IT sector like SDE role, because they eventually wants you to know that you have worked on a project or not. You have experience of doing stuff. You have learned stuff, and you know how to apply it or not, which is a project basically. Then they will assess the whole thing of internship in the project. If you do internships, it is good, there is no problem. But if you do not do internships, rather than doing internship, you start more focus on the things by your own, it will be better, I think, because in internship, yeah, you learn some stuff. but there is always a time for that. Learning will not stop. First, you need to make base strong rather than going forward with like SIP, like you are not a CSE student. If you are talking to you yourself said you are metallurgy, if you are CSE student, you could have got easily an internship in that role, and you may not have any problem with coding stuff. But if you are not from IT sector, you are from core field and you want to pursue, I will say start only preparing for the important stuff. Leave the internship, leave the side way a little further. Do not see that you have to be placed in Amazon directly. See that you have to learn stuff first. You have to learn about the knowledge. You have to learn about the industry and move forward.
Okay. Sir, now, sir, as you said that your placement has been done in the most of the time in COVID times. Like, how was your preparation done when the college was completely closed at the time, sir? How was your preparation done? What were your resources while you were preparing?
Well, if we talk about my resources, it is, I think, as free and as easy available in on YouTube, on W3 schools, documentations, and various stuff. So you just have to type in the Google what you want to know. Okay, and there are many tutorials, many playlist of tutorials that give you a very clear path to go. There are some issue. If you have some issue, like I want to tell you about my experience how I got confused in some skills. Like I want to talk like uh, in my in my preparation, I started because I was a metallurgy. I'm a metallurgical engineer. I do not know much about the IT sector. So whatever YouTube tell me, I start doing. Okay, so I started with Apni Kaksa. So there is very famous Java playlist there. So I started learning stuff from there, and as they gave me the directions, I have done everything in my. After that, there comes one more YouTube channel called Love Bubber. Okay, and in which I have seen 450 DSA questions. So I started doing DSA questions my own, which is not possible, I think, because I have not study of IT field. So it's like you to use a wheel, you start inventing a wheel. To use a Pythagoras theorem, you start proving Pythagoras theorem. It was a wrong way, which I think I myself misguided it. But after some time, I got understanding. Oh no, it is not what he was saying. Like you do not have to do 450 question on your own. You have to first study those 450 questions and then move on to the problem solving, because you get the experience from that, you get the exposure of what the problem solving is, and after that you apply in the real solutions like CodeSafe, like Lead Code, like Geeks for Geeks. You have to build a profile eventually, so for showing that you have some strong problem solving skills and you can work in harsh environment. So these all combine, and I think it was no, I can't say that it was a very straightforward, but it comes with very ups and downs, and a pitfall also which I have faced. So but I got on track eventually. So it stuff happens like this. So be
Yes.
aware, it is a red flag.
Yes, sir. Now coming to the coding part, as you said, coding is very important. The students need to learn all the coding, like as many as coding languages, or put his all effort to master at least one coding language.
Well, there is nothing called master, because you cannot master stuff for in a month or 2 months or a year, because things are getting changing. If you master Java 11, then they upgrade it into Java 12. So you have to stay in learning. So I will say that if you start coding, pick a language. don't waste time in different languages, because they all are just a way of saying things in different languages. Just like if you say something in Hindi, okay, the same thing, the same meaning it came when you say in English, and the same meaning when it will came when you say in Sanskrit. So everything is the meaning is same, because computer understand binary, you understand binary, and it is the language are the base for communicating with a certain similarity and certain functionality with combined with each language. So I will say that pick a language, start doing stuff, and move forward.
Yes, sir. Sir, in these tough times, in these tough COVID times, while college being closed most of the time, students are supposed in the online learning. Sir, what tips and strategies do you give to students to stay competitive in the field, sir? What knowledge, what sort of knowledge do students need to gain to follow in the success path?
Well, I don't think I think you all have a strong mindset because you have crossed JE examination. You have all experience of the pressure, so pressure does not matter to you, because you know how they can be. Okay,
Mm.
so if the pressure cannot does not matter, then only thing which matter is your persistence, perseverance. Because if you are persistent, if you are consistent towards working on your skills, you will eventually get your benefit in some time. It is not immediate that you get exposure, that you are better in something. It will take time, because coding does not happen in 1 week, 2 week. It takes at least 6 months for expert, and for us, like for who do not really belongs to the IT sector field, who study whole 4 years course, it takes I think at most 9 to 12 months. So so it is a long time, and being consistent will be a key factor here.
Sir, that's a really wonderful interview, sir. So we do learn a lot of things from this interview. So thanks for your valuable time for this interview, sir.